Release the cover profile from the bottom of the base track. Remove as shown and place to one side. If the cover profile is seated well, a tap with a non-marking object will unseat it and allow its removal. In this fashion, remove all the cover profiles. If your install has multiple lengths of SG12 with mitered corners, the short lengths of cover profile may be left in place. The glass panels sit in glazing bases within the base track. For glass panels with a width of up to 550 mm, 2 glazing bases are required. For glass panels with a width of 550 to 900 mm, 3 glazing bases are required. For glass panels with a width of 900 to 1250 mm, 4 glazing bases are required. Calculate the correct quantity of glazing bases required for each length of base track. The glazing bases should be orientated as shown, so that the side with the serrated teeth is on the inside of the balustrade, where you'll have access to install the glazing wedges later in the installation. Use your signed off drawings to calculate the position of the glass panels and their supporting glazing bases. Slide the glazing bases into the base track. The outside cover profile may now be reinstalled onto the base track. Hook the cover profile over the top of the base track and clip it into place as shown. A few taps with a non-marking object may help seat the cover profile onto the base track. In this fashion, reinstall all the outside cover profiles. The following steps are applicable to both straight and mitered base track joints. Position the base track sections near their final installed positions on the structure. Retract the set screws in the bracket so as not to impede its installation. Slide the bracket halfway into the base track and tighten the set screws holding it in place. Slide the remaining base track onto the exposed end of the bracket. Close the joint. There should be no gaps and the corners should meet exactly. Tighten the remaining set screws. If the overall angle of the joint is not 90, 135 or 180 degrees, a rotary bracket will be supplied. These installed in the same fashion, but have 3 additional set screws, highlighted in red, to be tightened last. Ensuring it is perfectly level, fix the base track to the structure. For guidance on the loadings the fixings must resist, please refer to the structural calculations that may be found on our website www.balconet.co.uk. Ensure there is no debris within the glazing bases, as this may damage the glass panels. Remove any packaging or protective film from the glass panels. Using suitable equipment or sufficient manpower, lower the first glass panel into its glazing bases. Insert glazing wedges by hand so that the serrated faces interact to hold the glass panel. In this fashion, install all the glass panels and glazing wedges. Space the glass panels evenly or as desired. Install glass gap bridges over the glass gaps between adjoining glass panels. The glass gap bridges may be left in position or removed once the installation is complete. Using a glazing shovel and a mallet, drive all the glazing wedges into the glazing bases to secure the glasses in place. In this fashion, drive all the glazing wedges into their final positions. The inside cover profile may now be reinstalled onto the base track. Hook the cover profile over the top of the base track and clip into place as shown. A few taps with a non-marking object may help to seat the cover profile onto the base track. In this fashion, reinstall all the inside cover profiles. Ensure the end of the base track is clean and dry. Peel the backing from the adhesive strips. Press the end cap into position. Hook the U-cupped end of the gasket onto the lip of the inside cover profile and push the gasket gently into position. If the gasket proves difficult to install, a squirt of soapy water will help it slip into place. Trim any excess gasket to finish your installation.